So yeah, this is from Mori. It says Bryan Johnson is fucking insane. We're gonna hear what this is, and you guys will have a good idea who this person is. I've heard about him, but now he's in some type of trouble. So responsible of you. Okay, that's why you're the queen. You dropped this queen to who? Let me see. I try my best. Most special babies. I have them. Okay, if I have them. Okay.
Anti-aging influencer Bryan Johnson says scientists have created a clone of him that will be used to replace his organs in the future. He says baby Brian lives in a petri dish for now. I gotta say, this guy's fucking nuts, man. Look at it, bro. Didn't he just, he said he was dying and then something happened. I think.
Okay. So you guys still probably not recognize who this man is or don't know who he is at all. Fine. So that's what's going on. So apparently this man has somehow managed to make a clone of himself. The clone is still in a petri dish, whatever that means, and he's going to use that clone to replace his organs, which is kind of fucked up. But let's see.
His stomach was eating himself alive.
Hey friends, so I've got some bad news. I got diagnosed with an autoimmune condition and my stomach is eating itself.
I gotta say, imagine spending almost millions of dollars on healthcare, to try and defeat death, and here you are, basically your fucking stomach, which is a weird autoimmune. I'm not gonna, make fun of that, but the irony is palpable here. And now this guy says he has a baby clone of himself in a petri dish out there. He's gonna be farming himself human future Bryan Johnson clones, which I believe is quite possible within, the next, but I'd say 150 years or so. I don't know how close we are to it now, but I mean, technology is developing fast. Like medical technology, I actually used to be such a fucking nerd. Like, researching what came out each quarter or year in terms of medical technology. I don't know why, but that was just fascinating to me years back. But yeah, baby Bryan Johnson here. This is not obviously him. This is from Death Stranding, I believe. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that too. I used to just look up what new milestones we have made so far when it comes to longevity as well.
you get the point. And before I get into what Bryan Johnson said himself, I'm gonna read this article here. It says, Bryan Johnson has spent millions of dollars trying to slow down aging through various treatments, like using his teenage son's plasma and taking over 80 pills a day. Right? So here we have that.
A lot of people are pretty confused that I can take this many supplements in a given day. For example, this is my morning pills.
I'm sorry. Let's holy fucking shit, Chris. Look at this, guys. What this, bro? I hate even.
Bro. No, this ain't big. This ain't it, big dog. No, we good. We are so good right now. I don't no. What? No. Oh no.
Taking 2 or 3 pills a day, multi-fucking vitamins, my daily adult pills. What in the ever-living shit is this? Bro's literally out here running a whole pharmacological experiment in his stomach every morning.
Pills. If I end up dying from taking pills, this guy's gonna be the culprit. All my pills are...
Bro, look at this. Is his pill cabinet. This is literally his pill drawer.
in these tins, and my team does this once every 2 weeks.
Oh, hell no. Oh my... Bro, cute.
No. Oh, no. Dude's got pills on pills on pills. Pills here. Pills! Oh my god. He'd be the perfect person to go to if there's a zombie outbreak. Pills here. He'll be perfect. Left 4 Dead, bro. Pills here. Holy shit.
Send the asteroid, bro. Cue the fire alarm. You're telling me our ancestors lived for damn near, depending on how far back you...
Mikey's right. It's funny that he's weirded out that he has a stomach, eating it, a virus that's eating his stomach. And he's taking these man-made fucking pills. He can't make the correlation to that somehow. You don't think it's the pills that you're taking maybe a form of correlation to that? They may not be technically the full cause, but
to go hundreds of thousands of years without the necessary need for pills and multivitamins and gummies and chewies and anything under the sun that, man did not need for all that time. Now all of a sudden we need 80 pills a day just to survive 80 fucking years on this planet. Are you crazy? Also, apparently bro went to India. Just a side note, he had to wear a hat, like a mask, because he said breathing in India can kill you. Like, for context, bro went to India, right, to film a podcast with some Indian YouTuber, and he had to end the podcast early interview because bro said, I'm not risking my life.
Recording midway because of the air.
So my team's telling me you want to
cool. Like bro said, just being in India is crazy, breathing in the air. I'm sorry, India's catching strays right now.
Hey, I would like to say some things. I would love to say some things, but that might get me demonetized, so let's...
But just to show you how extreme this guy is, he wouldn't even stay in the fucking region because it's that bad. And this Indian guy right here is damn, is it really that bad? So yeah, you can see this guy, he's trying to live as long as possible, breathing the cleanest air, taking 80 pills a day, eating the cleanest food, he says. Apparently, this is what Bryan Johnson's diet consists of every day. Shredded bits of lettuce and cute little slices of lemon. In any case, he said, I just cloned myself, and attached is a picture of a baby. Again, I just cloned myself as a newborn, he says. With this clone, I can become my own blood boy. Test therapies on the clone, grow or...
Blood boy? That's a weird way to put it. I become my own blood boy? That is a fucking weird way of saying that. Blood boy? The fuck?
organs for transplantation, develop new treatments, inject young cells. This just sounds nefarious. This genuinely sounds demonic. This sounds like some dark, eyes wide shut, Hollywood, dark cult shit. They say this baby Bryan lives in a petri dish for now. I gotta say, we are playing with fire here. He also said this may be scary to some people, a dystopian future, but for others, they will see it as the inevitable future of health. Clinical trials are already using this technology to restore dopamine, neurons for Parkinson's, heart health, and eyesight. The process, blood draw. My cells were extracted, Yamanaka, factors applied, reset epigenetic age, restoring them to an embryonic.
Oh, the Yamanaka factory. Okay, I heard that. It's like, if I remember right, I could be wrong. You guys can probably like correct me in the comments when I put this as a video. But I think if I remember right, the Yamanaka factors are factors. But the Yamanaka thing is like it's the way to reverse your age. Like I think it's for reverse aging. So like it's like technically like say you're 40, right? But we can I think change your genetics back to 20. So like you're canonically 40, but you have the body of that of a 20-year-old. So like I don't know if your appearance is gonna look different, but your overall cells and stuff will be like that of a 20-year-old. I think they did this with rats. I might be mixing it up with the other case, but they did this with like 2 twin rats, I think. And they took one rat, and they're the same age. They're twins. They took one rat and aged that rat up to like, I don't know, a very old age. And then they took I think they took that same rat and then they reversed this age back to what it was, or some shit like that. So they're thinking of doing like trials like that with humans. So if you're like this, ultimately, if this becomes a thing for humans, this will be ultimately extremely expensive and probably to the point that only people like, I don't know, fucking Elon Musk can afford. Let's be honest, this will not be given to the common man because, you know, y'all a bunch of pores. So that's pretty much how they look at us. We're a bunch of pores. Cattle to the slaughter type shit. If I remember, supplements are not regulated by the FDA, so they can be made from anything and get into much problems as long as no one dies from them. Okay. That's weird. How did I allow that to happen? Let me see. What does he do for work? How does he afford this? Oh, that's what he's famous for. His whole shtick is like trying to live long, and he does research and shit. I think he's a scientist or some shit. I don't know.
Like state. Why? These cells are now pluripotent. They can be differentiated into hundreds of cell types, i.e. neurons, cardiomyocytes, retinal cells, etc. So I guess this means heart, your eyes, and for your brain. Allowing me to rebuild my body, organ by organ, repairing lost eyesight or hearing, restoring kidney, liver, or lung function, repairing skin damage. There's no real limitation in imagining. My body will accept them because they're my cells. Foreign cells are at risk of being rejected. Now, hypothetically speaking, if this does work and if it is real, at what cost? Is this ethical? Will one day, instead of leaving it in a petri dish to grow organs, will we ever make it conscious? Will we get to a point in society to where, we start growing clones that gain consciousness and we start using them as meat bags to explore and, essentially do dangerous things knowing that we just have a backup body like in...
Actually, I don't think that's going to be the case. That'd be stupid. That's a lot of work. I think what's going to happen is like how we grow meat, where they'll take your cells. I think yes, he claims he has a clone, but I think what they're going to do in the future, instead of doing all that, just to grow a whole human, just to kill it, makes no sense. I think what would make more sense is they'll take your DNA, and then if they know how to map out, like, your organs, you guys may know what I'm talking about, or at least have an idea what I'm trying to say, your concept-wise. Some of you who are more into this might know what I'm talking about. So they'll do this thing where they'll take your DNA, or your case may be, and then get a structural map of your organs and stuff that is tailored to you. And then let's say you have a kidney that needs to be, replaced. Instead of trying to hope to find someone who's a exact donor or some shit, or someone who matches to you, they'll just take your DNA, find a more healthier version of what your kidneys were before it got bad, and then just print out that kidney and then just replace it. But I think that's what's gonna happen, because it makes no sense to grow a whole human just to kill it, just to harvest organs. It makes no sense. You're better off just trying to I think that's the thing. 3D printing organs will be a thing. So like which will probably cost a lot of money, because obviously it's the health. You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, that's what's happening here. They may have to grow the clone because, well, it's probably more of a thought experiment, if anything. But I think in the future, instead of killing a whole human, they'll just print out your organs that you need. I think that's what's going to happen in like 10, 15, probably 30 years from now.
Altered Carbon, or this movie here that was pretty good, Scarlett Johansson and this guy, I forgot his name, The Island. Very sad. They were clones, essentially. Spoilers, it's been out like damn near 30 years. And yeah, they thought they were, the original versions of themselves. They thought that they were just there to, get treatment. They were in like some rehab facility. They thought that their memories were wiped. And turns out they were clones and they wanted freedom. They wanted to live regular lives. And it was a good movie. Check it out. Especially if you're a fan of Scarlett, because she was fucking hot in that movie, I gotta say. Holy shit. But yeah, anyways, he says, as cells, and they wanted freedom. They wanted to live regular lives. And it was a good movie. Check it out. Especially if you're a fan of Scarlett, because she was fucking hot in that movie, I gotta say. Holy shit. But yeah, anyways, he says, as cells age, they accumulate epigenetic errors compounding into dysfunction and disease. This is true. This technology gives us a path to reverse aging. He also said, I mentioned getting diagnosed with an incurable disease, his stomach, right, is one of the best things that has happened to me in a long time. It's opened up a frontier of new paths to repair and strengthen the body. This is the first example. This picture. Hopefully not a real baby. Hopefully AI. Not that we'll be able to tell a difference. Eventually. It'll be indistinguishable. And I gotta...
Bro, that's a fucking AI baby. Stop playing bullshit games, Mori. Come on, stop being. Let's not play this stupid game now. That is obviously an AI child. There's no. I don't even think people dress their children like that anymore these days. Like, just call it for what it is. Like, what the fuck?
Say, all jokes aside, this is horrible. I don't think, again, this is going to fare well long term. Yeah, it may start in a petri dish one day or full blown organs. You know, this will help humans, but who's to say that one day someone won't take it to the logical conclusion of just building a complete human being with its own mind, its own essentially
no, that's
body?
Gonna happen. I'm not saying that's not going to happen. That's going to happen. Just because I don't even think we're going to do it for humanity's sake. We're just going to do it because we can. I think that's our problem as humans. We do things because we know we can, not because we should. That's our I think biggest downfall. Playing that God role bullshit. Like, it's not like we need to, but then again, you know, it would be fun if we did. That's pretty much what's going through that. So that's what most people do. 9 times out of 10.
Its own maybe personality, which comes from the base original human being, but this is its own person. You know, this is its own person with its own essentially body and mind and spirit, if you will. Do we think we should allow this to happen? I think theoretically this has probably already happened. I'm not going to go into any conspiracy theories. China doesn't really have any regulation when it comes to human cloning, I believe. As of right now, I think human cloning is...
Bro, it's happened. Let's just pull it out there. It's happened. We have no evidence, but we know it's happening. It's either happened or it's happening. To play this bullshit game like they're never going to do that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Is basically illegal globally, except for a few countries who don't care. You know, countries who basically have no ethics or morals and they just want to be at the cutting edge of technology by any means possible. Someone said here, maybe the price for that physical health will be your soul. Doesn't seem like a good deal for you. Although I'm not particularly religious or, you know, believing in the metaphysical too much. Although I am open to the possibility of a God. I'm agnostic. Existence itself is fucking fascinating to me. So I'm, open to many things. Although I can't say I'm religious. I do believe there may be a soul out there. Something that we just quite do not understand. And maybe this guy's onto something. Someone said, it's ironic that you've gone down this path because I regret to inform you that you are not the original Bryan. You were created to cure Bryan's devastating case of irritable bowel syndrome. Your lower intestine will be harvested later this month, said Bryan Johnson. The old Bryan Johnson to the younger Bryan Johnson. In the future, I gotta say, this is scary. AI, robot dogs, Terminators, flock cameras, data centers. No wonder why our birth rates are so low. Who the fuck wants to bring a kid into this world? If you
illegal immigration.
Is dark and bleak. Autism capital. I love this page. He said, "Sigh. I'm tired, boss. Honestly, it's getting too much." Someone said here, "I'm trying to work out what chapter of Revelation we're doing today," and yeah, it's bad. Another person said, "I feel like it should be illegal to create a human life with the sole purpose of harvesting its organs." Absolutely. I dare say, like, it should probably be illegal to create anything conscious in artificially or organic. Like, I've always toyed with.
Bryce like that. He's like, "Stop him!" He said, "Stop him."
The idea, okay, the logical conclusion, what if we're in a simulation, right? What if some higher intelligent life form out there has ran endless simulations and we're a part of those simulations for whatever motive or reasoning they have? And if that's the case and we're not in base reality, theoretically, we have the same capabilities too. And that one day we may create conscious life or conscious beings in a simulation that may...
Bro, Mori, you sound like my mod fucking Bean in our podcast. I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying, you just sound like them. I'm gonna just put it to that. No, this is no hate. I'm just saying, just like the way he's like specifically Bean. I'm saying.
or may not be aware of what they are, but regardless, they still feel love, they feel pain, they feel doubt, depression, happiness, joy, anxiety, the whole onslaught of existence, right? I think it should be almost illegal to even do
Mori should be on my mom's podcast.
That to people in a simulation, much less in real life, in base reality, assuming we are in base reality, to a clone. Guys, have you seen Altered Carbon? Go check it out. The rich, the elite, basically, they're not even billionaires at that point. They're trillionaires in the show who have like 100 clones. They call them sleeves in the show. With this technology implanted, I think, in each clone, so when they die, they can basically, I think they're backed up in like cycles of every 23 hours to a satellite. So if they die, their consciousness is uploaded to the satellite, and if their body like is damaged or ceases to exist, they can just boot right back up into a new clone, aka sleeve. I almost don't even want to live in a world like that, because I know dude, you're gonna have like, it's gonna be worse, way worse than what it is today. You're gonna have like 1% of one.
I'm telling you, don't go to India. Hey, you don't tell me twice. Like I said, if I could say what I wanted to say, I'll be demonetized.
1% of people who amass all this wealth, that they basically control the world. And this is an interplanetary system, I think, civilization in Altered Carbon, multiple planets that span across the galaxy. And these people are basically immortal. I don't want to live in a world like that, because one thing that basically all of us have in common is that one day we will not be here. That is the one thing that prevents the ultimate rich, the elites, the people who control the world from going too far. And that is mortality. If they can beat that, if the people that basically control all the systems that exist in modern human civilization beat mortality, then it's over. It's GG's. It's over for us. Anyway, guys, you know, I overthink a lot. I can get into quote unquote conspiracies often, but it's funny how a lot of those conspiracies I
don't like how he looks like the fucking baby from Death Stranding. It's kind of crazy.
Long enough time scale end up kind of coming into fruition. Murphy's Law. Follow the logic. Understand the implication of where this technology, if it does ever arise, where and what it will be used for in the future. I don't like this, but thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about this? And catch you guys in the next one.
Well, there you go. Like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. Did you like what Mori said? Did you like my comments? Probably not. But then again, did you agree? Do you think there'll be a day where the elites will figure out a way to cheat death, or at least put death at stray as much as possible? There might be a possibility to that, most likely, or so. But what do you guys think? You think that's going to happen in our lifetime? Probably not. Probably like 100 years plus from now, or so. Or something like that, unless we don't blow ourselves to Kingdom Come with fucking nukes by that time. But hey, I believe we might blow ourselves up with nukes by that time. Not because we said, oh, we don't get along, we need to blow you up. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be more of an accidental thing where we somehow give the AI some type of credence to get to the nuclear code somehow, and then it just kind of says, you know what? Let it rip. And then from that point on, you'll be Neo-America at that point. Let me see. Why does the low key makes a Hindi movie? What? Why does the low key makes a... I'm not really sure what it means. I've never heard of that. Let me see. The more that he kept yapping, the more I laughed so hard. All right. So with that said, like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. If you guys enjoy this, we're going to our last video for tonight, and then we'll call it a day. Let me see what Tozy got. These guys have been making a bunch of videos. I got to react to. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.